Ndị Igbo ekene m unu. Asị m ka nke echukwelu ya zelu. Anyị si ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ, mmiri atara m azụ anwụra. Asa dịrị mma na eke, dịrị mma na orie, fọzara mma na afọ, fọzara mma na nkwọ, ụzọ ahịa anọ nke ndị Igbo ji biri. Asị na ya dịrị n'Igbo na mma o. Ise ise ise. Dịka o si dị ka agbapụ na ya ọsọ igosi na ya bụ ife anyị ji maka ya wee bịa. Na tupu anyị aga n'igosi na ya bụ ife, ọ bụla nke a bụ ụbọchị izu gị, ị na-ejete afụ chanel anya n'igbe akwụkwọ ka baro ka ị like and subscribe ọ, tinyekwa kọmentị, share ekwe ya, tụsa ya bụ ozi ka ụmụnne anyị dị n'ebe dị iche iche wee nụ ya bụ ife na-eme n'obodo a. Dịka o si dị, ihe wetara unu tata bụ nnukwu ọpdeti dị oke mkpa. Mma nchọ ka onye ọbụla misie ya, mma nchọ ka ị ga ya bụ ife, ị ga-esi ya bụ ife wetara unu gbasa maka ya bụ ife na-eme n'obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya. And nwere ndị Igbo na-azọ drop your own comment.
Yes, it is very interesting that the United Kingdom has rejected the letter given to it by the Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation agitators went to United Kingdom and gave them a letter informing them of their willingness to exit out of Nigeria. And few hours, the United Kingdom gave a reply, and that reply, for those that are asking for evidence, the reply, you can see that reply all over Twitter, on social media. They said that they are not interested with the division of Nigeria. It is not their business. That the Yoruba nation agitators should take the letter back to the Nigerian authorities. That what the UK, the United Kingdom, is interested in is bilateral trade, even seeing Nigeria as a prosperous country as they engage in bilateral trade, which tells you that they are more interested in milking Nigeria and Nigeria becomes slaves to them than Nigerians becoming free. On the other part, I believe that the Yoruba nation agitators, they are playing a game, a serious game. See, I have never trusted these people for once. Never have I trusted them. There's a reason to that. When Tinubu got into power, he suddenly released Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho, through his support for Tinubu, he said it openly that they should leave Tinubu's government, that Buhari did worse. He went silent. The Biafran agitators continued in their quest, asking for a sovereign state, asking for Biafra liberation. They were consistent, so that it will not look as if that the Yorubas are not doing something. All of a sudden, we saw what happened in Ibadan, when some people wanted to take the Yoruba political seat of power hostage with cutlass and machete and some little rifles. I now saw that these people were not serious. One Abiola declared Yoruba nation and ran away. These people were not serious. Now, I said before that the president is using nnamdi Kanu to negotiate power with Tinubu's second term as a president. Tinubu knows that he has messed up. That is not the choice Nigerians want. If you want to check that out, the only people that are supporting Tinubu are on social media, and those that have a direct, they are benefiting directly from the government, whether they are local government chairman, employees, or having one contract, or having brother or sister in anything belonging to an Ekpa, where they get money, stipends from the government. These are the people that are supporting the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But on the street, he does not have street value. People are not supporting him. Even the die-hard APC supporters are insisting that they will never vote. If they see a better candidate, they will vote out Tinubu. But if they have Tinubu and Obi, they will never vote for even anybody. They will just not come out to vote the die-hard APC because they are disappointed in Tinubu. Now, for the Yoruba nation to negotiate Tinubu's second tenure, they have to put fear in the minds of Northerners. And I got a reply. Yes, a Northerner gave a reply, and that reply came as a result of the North afraid that the Yoruba nation would join Biafrans to exit out of Nigeria, because Nigeria's unity benefits the Fulani the most, because they have nothing to offer in Nigeria. So Yoruba nation, the elite in the southwest, they are using that as a card to play on the minds of the Yoruba nation. I said it before that nnamdi Kanu is a chess that Tinubu is going to use to secure his second term if the North wants to go haywire. if the North wants to change it for the president, he is going to use the release of nnamdi kanu and Yoruba Nation agitation to put them in check. I want to read what a Northerner said, and this is a popular person in the North. He served under Buhari, and he had this to say. So he was angry, calling those that, he said that as if we were still under colonial rule, certain unpatriotic individuals, that's what he called the Yoruba Nation agitators, submitted a petition to the United Kingdom government seeking separation from our great nation. Look at the word he used, great nation, Nigeria. Good to see that the UK responded that the matter is not their concern, but rather the business of our own government and legislature. Yes. So that's what the UK told. That's what this Northerner is tweeting. This is existence of fear. They are afraid they are going to have Biafra. But yet, that's not the story. If you look at the reactions on this man, it was something else. They went ballistic on this Northerner, and they said all sort of things against him. Another one is an Igbo man on Twitter from Abia State, who is an APC supporter. He called the Yoruba agitators nuisance. His name is on Twitter, Pastor Kezie. He called Yoruba Nation agitators nuisance. Look at the reply he got. For those that are looking for receipts, you can get the receipt on Twitter. Look at the reply he got. They said, UIPOB. You see, this is somebody that supports APC and is a diehard fan of the APC. But now that he's kicking against the nonchalant attitude of the Yoruba Nation agitators, this one did not sit well with his APC goons. They now started tagging him IPOB. That's a message to every Igbo person. If you think that you are supporting the APC and they don't see you as an IPOB, just you are fooling yourself. You're one of the biggest fools of this century of 2024. Everybody who has an Igbo identity, whoever that person is, you are seen as an IPOB. So they rain curses on him. They called him IPOB, that they know his agenda, irrespective of the fact that he has joined Yorubas to denigrate his brothers, the Igbos. He's a die-hard supporter, fan of Tinubu, the APC, and he supports the Yorubas' carnage. When Yorubas are abusing and destroying the image of Igbos, he's in full support. He does not take sides with Igbos, but yet, at this point that he called all of them nuisance, look at the attack he got. They called him an IPOB. What does that tell you? There is a gang up against what we call the emancipation of different countries in Nigeria. The status quo wants to remain. Tinubu wants to keep himself in power and is ready to go at any length to keep himself in power. He has the likes of Showore, he has the likes of Very Dark Money, he has the likes, there are many of them. Reno Mokri. Those that are standing on the middle, those that are at the offense, those that are in the defense, those that are planted in the camp of the enemy, those that are planted in IPOB. That's how he plays his game. He wants to make sure that he completes his second term, and this man knows how to do it very well. So Yoruba Nation agitation, we see it as a joke at this point in time. I've come to that conclusion that the current people that are moving the motion for Yoruba Nation, it is a joke. You are playing with the intelligence of agitators. There's only one true agitation, which is now the Biafran agitation, which they are standing true to themselves. Although there are camps, some people are planted to cause division in the midst of these people, but beyond them, this is an ideology that is part of the DNA of an average Igbo man. Whether that person is lost or whether that person has come back to his senses, every average Igbo man stands for Biafra. Now let's look at this. There's a threat. He's an obedient supporter, supports Peter Obi. Because he stands with Peter Obi, his Yoruba brothers hate him so much that they threaten to unalive him. Look at the threat. For those that are asking for receipts, Now you'll be getting your receipt. That's what we're doing now. You'll be getting your receipt. Look at the receipt of the threat. You can see what is being said by this person. Look at what is written. He says, "No say I no tell you your obituary poster very soon. You go die, no traces. As that Mumu Festus died, now so yourself they go. Your family must feel the pain." That is a threat for someone that supports P2B. You can see how desperate these people are. On the other side, they are fighting the obedience. On the other side, they are against the agitators. They are fighting on two fronts to make sure that Tinubu stays as president, because I told you before, Tinubu might be Nigeria's last ever president. Then guess who is the person that is sending these threats? Talabi Awudu, conservative Yoruba realists. When I talk about conservatives, these guys, I see them as terrorists, bigots. Conservatives, bigots, I see them as terrorists. You are threatening the life of somebody who supports a man of integrity, a man that has proven track record. Because he is Igbo, you want every other Yoruba person to hate him. Now, the police has been tagged. All the forces, look at what happened to Lagospedia. He just disappeared in thin air. They made sure that they hit the guy, and the guy does not face anything, because we know for a sure those that are sponsoring this hate on the one of the biggest tribes in the world. Now, the police should do their job. That is, if they want to do. We know that Nigeria as a country, the law decides to catch up with who they want to catch up with at any point in time. And they forget that international bodies, news agencies, people are watching all over the world. So when Nigeria gets treated as they behave at home, don't be surprised that not only Libya will treat Nigerian players the way they treated them the last time. More ill treatment is coming, because Nigeria as a country is behaving like a lawless society, a lawless country. Much more, they don't care. Leaders just look at your president. The president traveled for 2 weeks vacation, fuel increased. Other leaders of other nations, what would they be thinking? Is this a country? Like Chinua Achebe said, there was a country. So as we speak, the UK has given us their stand, their position on whatever that is concerned with the balkanization of Nigeria. They tell you that we are not interested. Go back to your legislature. They know very well that the 1999 Constitution does not capture referendum or does not give space for you to exit out of the country. They know also very well United Nations Charter gave that provision, but they will not point you towards that because they have a hidden agenda, and some of our leaders are their puppet. This raises a lot of concern as to some of the people that are really responsible for the carnage, for the evil that is going on in Nigeria today. Nigeria has not found its feet since they got independence, 1960. It has been from one issue problem to another, being controlled by international forces. You see, how would they install somebody who has a case, somebody who has something that for instance now, if I have a case with somebody and that person wants to use that against me, it could make me do some things. Look at what the World Bank is saying, that this policy of Tinubu should continue for 15 years. That means Nigerians should go through this hardship for 15 good years. Nigerians should go through this hardship for 15 good years. They don't care if Nigerians are dying and they don't have alternatives. They are just telling our government what to do. That's why every little thing you see Buhari go to United Kingdom, Tinubu goes to the United Kingdom, France and everything, they all have the people that tells them what to do in Nigeria. That's why we are pushing for this country that would change the status quo. Yoruba Nation agitators are not serious at the moment, because if they were serious, we'll have understood that you don't run agitation like that. They came out and started telling, this is how we do agitation, this is how we do this is how we do that. My brother, you don't do agitation like that. You don't beg the enemy. You emphatically tell your enemy what you want and you stand on it. you go to the United Nations and submit your letter to the United Nations General Secretary. That is where you have a law that protects you. Why the United Kingdom? Does the United Kingdom still colonize Nigeria? Or is it because we are part of Commonwealth? Are you dumb not to know that the position of the UK government does not support anything? When nnamdi Kanu was in UK, he blasted the United Kingdom, the government, the Queen, the King. He said all sorts of things against them because he knew that these people are against the progress of one of the biggest black nations that have unique regions, unique countries in it. There's no country in Africa that can stand any of the Wazobia, the Hausas, the Igbo, the Yoruba, if they stay as different countries. These are unique entities that will shine the light of Africa on the world. But you see, the powers that be don't want it. Release files, Tinubu's files for us, FBI. You are playing politics with the files that you don't release because you believe that you can have an edge. Jonathan complained that Obama rigged the government, the election. Some people were asking questions, how come would Obama rig the election? How possible would it be? If you know what they call geopolitics and espionage, you understand what I'm saying. Now, the IRF that was glitched or shut down, whatever name you can call it, who has the technology, the IRF technology? Don't you think it's the United States? Don't you think it's a foreign body that can do that manipulation? They made sure you did your electoral process, electoral reforms using the IRF and Beavers, and the other way around, they had to do what they needed to do to put who they needed to put that would do their bidding in power. At this point in time, we now know our enemies, but you cannot stop the moving train. What Biafra would come, because I know that Yoruba nation will not stay 1 week. I bet you, Yoruba nation will never stay 1 week with the Fulani or the Hausa. It's just hypocrisy. It's just double standard. They will never attempt it. They are in Nigeria playing the cards and doing all they can because they have the Hausas and Fulani to align with. And if that alliance breaks, they have no option but to also shout on their own. Tinubu is building the Southwest. All sorts of machinery is in the Southwest. All sorts of infrastructure is in the Southwest. Southwest is positioning. The North, like I said before, needs access to the sea. So they need this alliance with the Southwest. So those that are calling for Yoruba nation, please, your leaders are not serious anymore. The UK has given their bluff. What is the next thing for them? All of a sudden, we see Sonny go do this one thing. At the end of the day, we don't see people that are genuinely interested in a nation. They are not genuinely interested in any nation. They are doing the bidding of the powers that be to keep Tinubu in power for 8 years. I said it before. Heaven and earth will fall down. Tinubu remains the president for 8 years. And after 8 years, you receive the shock. When I'm saying it now, they say, who is this small boy? Who is this one? What do you know? Where have you been? What have you seen? That's what they will say. But before our eyes, we'll all be alive to see this happen. To see this happen, Nigeria is still the world are knowing what is happening. The handwriting is on the wall. It's on the wall. People are reading it. Everybody's getting prepared. Like I said the other time, I put out the evidence that the North are also say, let's prepare for secession. Everybody's preparing their house. The North are like helpless. They really want to hold on to this power to make sure that they crush any idea of agitation. That's why they are waiting patiently. They don't even allow Tinubu to do his second term. They want to just move Tinubu, put another person that will do their bidding and keep Nigeria together. And when they get to the power, they'll make sure that they crush any form of agitation. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Don't allow the North take power 2031. If you allow the North take power, first off, the Yorubas, the Southwest, will be treated the way Igbos have been treated for a very long time because of this action of their leader, which is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Yorubanization of all the positions, juicy positions, appointments, majority of appointments from a particular region in a federal country, and we are practicing democracy. Much more, we know that the North are tired of this alliance with the Southwest. They are looking for a possible alliance with the Southeast. But the Southeast are not interested. We cannot go back to our vomit. We are not double standard people. We stand on one thing and we move with it. Even death cannot stop us from moving with what we believe in, so much belief in, a country that will bring liberation. For those that have not yet bought into the idea of the Biafran agitation, liberation, let me tell you one thing. There was a country and there will be a country. Those that are saying, okay, I'm educated, don't you think that the same problems we have in Nigeria will be reflecting on when we have different nations? See, it is better that you have these problems local than somebody else, a foreigner, a total stranger, comes into your bedroom and desecrates your bedroom. Let it be the family issue. Let it be a family issue. Let the elite in Igbo land, let it be a class thing in Igbo land. Let it be a class thing whereby the rich against the poor, which is our problem in Nigeria. Truly, tribalism is not really a problem. Ethnicity is not really a problem. The people are just being played like pawns. They are used like Ludo. They are playing us like games. The real problem is the people at the politicians, the upper class and the lower class. So some people who are educated, in quote, believe that even if you have Biafra, it will still reflect in a new nation. Yet it is better that some Fulani retarded Mugu will not come and tell me what to do in my father's house. Somebody will not just give passage to a Fulani person, come into my farmland, kill people, and go scot-free. Arrest an Hausa person, a Northerner, in a police station in Lagos as a Yoruba person. The Northerner, if the Northerner is the one at fault, and you arrest the Northerner will be ahead, have an edge over you. You can't lock up a Northerner just like that. In fact, you are the ones that you won't regret. They are shielded in any. So I cannot live in a country whereby a Northerner will kill a Yoruba person, taking that person to station, they settle it, acts as if there's nothing. No reprisal attacks, no nothing. A Northerner can just offend you. He's not afraid of going to police station because there's some people that are designated by the system to bail him, and he will still boast and still do the same thing again, repeat it. Where I do stay, 3 times that the Hausas have unalived Yoruba people, 3 different times. At the end of the day, nothing happened. It was just, they still would do it. Some people are even afraid. So I can't stay in such a country with such people at all. So the best thing is for us to move on the motion for a system. It will get to a point when we are doing this advocacy. It will get to a point whereby we match action with our words.
Ndị be anyị ekenekwanụ m unu dịka unu si wepụta oge unu igekwa ya bụ ife nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa eji maka ya wee bịa n'iru akwụkwọ na Igbo Media bụ ebe anyị si wee na-wetara unu ya bụ nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa gbasịta maka ihe na-eme n'obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya, ana gbasịta maka nwere onwe ndị Igbo na-azọ, ana gbasịta maka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ladies. Dịka ị nụrụ ihe nwanne anyị nwoke kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ, ka efi were ikwu n'ụdị nke gị asị gị kwuo ka efi were ikwu maka na otu aka o jedebe njọ ọ ya adịkwanụ mma. Ọgwụ na ọtụ ụmụnne m, achọrọ m ka unu tinyere anyị alụ nkwu na ife unu chere n'iru akwụkwọ ikwucha ya bụ ife kapa arụsie ya kwurụta ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ ntị, daalụ rinne na ụmụnne m.